Hey there, my name is Pravus. Welcome back to more Hearts of Iron 4 Kaiserreich, playing as the Dominion of Canada. The Americans have broken up into 4 distinct factions and are going to be fighting each other pretty darn soon. That's going to be exciting for me, and we want to be getting involved in that pretty much as soon as I can, especially to knock the combined syndicates of America off of their position, because I don't want them syndicalists causing a lot of unrest in our own territory. So pretty soon we want to get involved in that, but there's not much we can do about it right now. Siam seizes our factories and somehow give me compensation. I don't know how that makes up for seizing my factories, but there you go, they did it. We're about to get a bunch more factories of my own, actually, as soon as we finish up these crown corporations, which is now, there we go. So that boosts me up to 16 factories now, that's pretty nice. We have troops on their way to India right now to try and fight back the Princely Federation. France is no longer giving me free equipment. That's unfortunate. Neither is the Australasians. Okay. A Norwegian state visit. Ooh, I like this idea. Okay. The Norwegians, the king, wants to come and visit us. There's a chance that this means that Norway is going to seek to join the Entente, which would be highly fortunate because there's a good chance that the Norway will be my launching point to get into, let's say, Scotland, and I have very few naval tiles that I need to control. Anywhere where I can try to get into Britain without having to travel through the English Channel in particular would be nice. I would much rather go by the North Sea, if at all possible. But we'll see. We'll see. Second American Civil War, there it is, it's begun. All right, Pacific States, American State, Combined Syndicates. Yeah, everyone fighting everyone now. Giant 4-way civil war has begun. America is in chaos. Chaos has taken our neighbors to the south, and even worse, the Socialist Party of America has proclaimed a stronghold right off of our southern border. A number of the northeastern governors of New England, their states beset by syndicalist militia violence, have formally asked the Canadian government to intervene. Clearly they feel the federal government is incapable of the task, though some of our ministers feel this might be seen by some of the factions less as intervention and more of aggression. They say the matter should be debated in Parliament before any action is taken. For New England, at least, this might not be quick enough to save them. We can hold off and gain political power, or I can take New England as my territory right now. And I will. This tends to make the US a bit angry, but I accept this for now. And we'll have an option to release them into a puppet in just a minute. Let's see. We can now also enact full conscription, which will really upset the market liberals. But it does give me the option to go ahead and start getting, you know, manpower. I don't recall, if I do this right now, will this trigger Quebec in flames, or do I have to wait until I've intervened? I think I can do this now. We're gonna click it. Professional army has been removed. Question of New England, we are gonna set up a provisional government and let them join the Entente. There they are. Hi, guys. No! I didn't mean to play as New England! Crap! That's a good thing I got saves. Hang on. Okay, let's try that again. I did not mean to play as them. We're gonna set up the provisional government instead. There we go. Okay. What's going on here? Oh, somebody... Oh, okay, something weird happened there. I guess it technically counted as a war, weirdly enough. Anyway, New England now exists, and they are my puppet in the United States. Excellent. Okay, we like that. Now we're gonna go over here to the American Civil War, and we're gonna start working on the intervention debate, which is going to eventually give me the option to get involved. The feds appear to be in a lot of trouble right now. That's concerning. I want the feds to win, but we'll see. Yeah, they've lost a lot of ground around their capital. If they lose this pretty early on, I'm in trouble. The King of Norway is in Canada. He's happy with me. And they... Okay, my king has caused an issue. Suggestions from Walter Guinness and the Commission. Oh, I kind of forgot about the West Indies Commission. Okay. We can increase our funding in the region, which costs me some political power, but it makes them happy, and hopefully keeps them in the Entente for a bit longer, so that's why I am doing some of that. How are things going down here in India? It actually looks like the commune is making some really good pushes. Alaska wants intervention. I will take Alaska for myself, thank you very much. Yep, Alaska be mine. Alaska be mine. All right, let's see if we can run in here before the commune does too much damage. They seem to be overwhelming them right now. Bennett is no longer the conservative leader, which is why they're gaining some popularity. He's less of an embarrassment to them all at this point. Come on, guys, you can take them out. Get through these dang mountains. Ah, they got the capital first, and that's going to end the war. And India did take a couple of states, but the commune mostly got a lot stronger. Not the resolution I might have hoped for, really, but all right. Unfortunately, we weren't able to arrive fast enough to make a very big difference, but that's probably fine. So let's go ahead and pull some of our troops up this way. And let's also prep some of our troops up along the river here, because I want to be able to take them out. Mainly we want to head toward Cleveland and Pittsburgh, and also I want to be able... Okay, you need to move to here. There we go. And we'll assign some of our units over to this as soon as they do arrive. I want to have some planning bonuses available. This is the most of their core states. Take over Ohio, Indiana, Illinois, and Michigan, and they'll fall apart, regardless of what happens up here in the north. So I'm not going to worry about that right now. I'm waiting for an event to fire. It may not, actually. No, there it is. As I say it, that's the event. All right, Panama seizes the Panama Canal. So we could demand they give us the Panama Canal, or I would say, no, join the Entente. And you can be an ally who has the canal. I'm fine with that. Let's demand it. They may say no. Probably going to say no. Let's see. Hang on. There's the intervention. Panama actually joined. Well, frick. Okay. In the last time I did this, they said nah, and I had to go to war with them immediately. And Costa Rica instead offered to join the Entente, and I used them as a landing point to jump in here and take out the Panama Canal. But now that's no longer relevant. That's hilarious. All right. Nah, cool. I'm all right with that. I'm all right with that. Very good. Saves me a lot of trouble. Prospect of intervention. Parliament has begun a tense debate over whether the Canadian government should recognize one of the warring factions in the South as the real America. It's a tricky situation, as doing so will anger the other factions and potentially leave us with a hostile victor in the South. But even worse is the prospect of the syndicalists winning. We cannot be expected to fight wars elsewhere with the syndicalist government sitting directly to our south. For now, support means directing the Entente to send volunteers and equipment. So I can not get involved and gain stability, but I don't want to do that. I want to say the feds are, of course, the correct government, and I can send them some volunteers. It's not going to be much, but we could. We could also support the Pacific states or New England. This is where I made my mistake last time. I recognized New England thinking, ooh, cool, maybe some point I can feed all of America to New England. And I kind of did, which is cool for my puppet, but it meant that I wasn't able to get an event or a decision that would allow me to join the war a bit sooner. I had to wait until the combined syndicates of America were too powerful, which took years. And because the American Union state was so strong, like that's why it took a long time. So I wasn't able to get involved as early as I wanted to really stomp down on the syndicates. So I'm gonna say the federal government is, of course, the only legitimate one. Boom. We're gonna see if that makes a big difference here or not. Eyes to the south is the next thing. This is gonna get me some more manpower as well as some much needed mobilization speed. How are we doing on equipment? Not so good on things like support equipment. I'm gonna go ahead and start training up more divisions though, because we need them. That does mean that I'm low on equipment again, but I'll accept it. French tensions lessen a little bit, which apparently has removed the political power gain issue entirely. Panama agrees to terms. Enables decision pressure Costa Rica? They have the option to do that. Are you telling me that in a second they're gonna declare war on Costa Rica? They might actually. That might be exactly something they're gonna do. We're gonna find out. Do you wanna go ahead and grab a quick Chief of Navy to get some more experience? I think the answer is yes. We'll get the extra screen attack and stuff. Let's just go ahead and start farming out as much experience passively as we can. Hawaii did not join us, they joined the Germans this time. There's a good chance they join us, but it did not happen for whatever reason, so okay. That'll be cool. Feds, don't die, Feds. Hold out a little bit longer, please. Let's go ahead and introduce these guys in. Army takes power in the Philippines. Come on, hold out a little bit. Hold out New York, hold out elsewhere. Don't die. Don't embarrass me, all right? Crown corporations? Yes, I think we go ahead and invest in some of those while we can, get some free factories. New England does join. Still not enough political power to invest in anyone else at the moment, but we'll have to live with that. Peru, Bolivian Confederation, blah, blah, blah. This is where basically nothing is going to happen for a little bit. Oh, we should actually go ahead and get rid of these front lines. They're just going to confuse people. I don't want my troops accidentally deploying to the wrong area, you know what I mean? Looks like the Carlists are definitely going to lose. We call that a little unfortunate, but all right. I'm going to pull my, I'm going to pull my planes home. Yeah, forget this. Let's just pull our planes home at this point. Forget the volunteers. They weren't doing a whole lot to begin with, unfortunately. And we're not going to get much more XP, so I might as well just pull them back before we lose anybody. Stop burning up my planes and all that, you know? Hey, can we stop producing some tanks? Do we have enough? We got 39 tanks. That's just enough to sustain some. We've pulled off our factories here already, by the look of it. Okay. We're not producing a lot of equipment. Not a lot. I need a pretty large stockpile of towed artillery here. We did finally get some more troops. So we're going to take most of you, with the exception of, let's say, the tank divisions, and move you to become a new separate army, led by you, I guess. Change your color as well, just for good measure, and there we go. All right. So most of these troops are going to go probably over here, but I do want at least a pretty good handful to get deployed down to the south over here. Now, one problem I've got... Oh, actually, there's a supply point here in Buffalo. Perfect. Okay, I was afraid we weren't going to have enough supply in the area, but we should be able to. Let's change these guys to motorized, by the way, just to make sure it's not a problem. So I need to make sure my supply's okay. If my supply's okay, we'll balance our troops between these, because these are my 2 points that I plan on hitting them from. And if we still have extra, I can go ahead and hold off the front line in this direction, or maybe attack up over here, now that I think about it. That could also be a good option. So yeah, we have a couple of different attacking points. We'll see what happens. The King of Sweden has given up his throne. That probably means they're going to go communist. It is April 1937. I guess we'll go ahead and grab some more trade resources. I am out of steel because, alas, the Americans have none. So we'll trade with the Germans. And I do need some more tungsten as well. So we'll trade with Portugal, because I think Portugal is going to end up being one of my friends. That should work out all right. Okay, so hold out a little bit longer, please. Okay, here's an event I hate, and this is one reason we really want to get involved in this war quickly. Our production efficiency cap and our consumer goods have taken a major hit because the trade lines in America have been very heavily disrupted. By the way, I'm noticing that all my allies have decided to get up here into America for some reason. They're just waiting for me to get involved, which is good, because I really want to get involved. So there's that. Crossing the border is the thing that I want to do. This is going to let me intervene in the Civil War and stop the Southern syndicalists, hopefully. Now, there are some threats that could mess this up. For example, there's a good chance that I have some labor strikes, and it creates a crippled economy, which means I don't get to continue with some things. Yep, it's a Swedish commune now. So we'll see what happens with that. I prefer it doesn't, but we'll see. Austria declares war on Hungary. Wow, who could have seen that one coming? All right, well, that'll be fun. So while we're training all this up, what are we lacking right now? Infantry equipment and support equipment, not artillery. So we're going to go over here, and I'm going to go ahead and add on some support artillery, which only takes up 48, as opposed to this, which needs twice as much. Yeah, support artillery is a cheaper way for me to go ahead and boost up the stats, at least a bit, and I almost have enough equipment to make this work, so we might as well make the bulk of our forces a little bit stronger. Not very, just a little bit. Come on, America, hold out just a little bit. I'm getting a phone call, give me 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. The death of Philip Snowden. Apparently that causes some more stability for me. That's awesome. I like that. Thank you very much. All right, so let's see. Ice to the South will be done in a couple of days. I'm enjoying the extra manpower in just a little bit. We'll have the option to start reinforcing some areas. Let's go for crossing the border as quickly as possible and hope that we don't get those crippling strikes. There's really no guarantee of that. We can start doing some royal visits in a lot of places, but I don't know if I care about that too much. I do think a royal address to the Entente could be good. Let's direct some allies, by the way, and we need to try to get some... I think we'll go for some extra industry, if possible. I'm going to go ahead and build up at least one more crown thing there. We can send guns to the US, but I don't have a lot of guns, so that's not an option. Let's go ahead and pass a speech and build up the war support of all of my allies. The CSA is swarming around the capital of the Feds, and it's going to be a really big problem if these guys die. They'll get close. All right, the Feds are usually pretty weak in the Civil War unless you send a lot of intervention, which I could do. Actually, you know, here's a thought. Could I send you some air volunteers? And I actually could send them a couple of infantry. It won't be much, but I could send them some. Let me come back to that in a second. Let's send, let's say you here. You guys, I'm going to go ahead and let train and get back up to veteran status. You guys, I think we go ahead and send a couple of tanks and stuff and see if they help. So let's send volunteers, air volunteers plus these guys. Go. Air volunteers. Group you guys up, bring you back up to 100. And then you guys are going to go to Washington. I have to wait for a second. There it is. Go here, and then do your missions in the East Coast and try to buy a little bit of air superiority. That said, wait a minute, I can only send a handful of planes. I forgot. Hang on. I forget about how this all works. I can send 56. All right, so we'll send you And split. Send one of you. And you guys group back up. Okay, so now we're gonna have at least a handful of planes over here. It's not gonna amount to much, but I don't think the US has a lot of planes to begin with, and anything we can do to help is gonna be great. Volunteer forces are in transfer. Cool. Hey, I just realized one of my navies over here. We should tell you guys to stop doing anything in the Arabian Sea, because you're using up some of my fuel, and we don't need that anymore. We'll see. All right, so now we actually have some intel. Yeah, you can see there's a lot more AUS troops and CSA troops and not a lot of feds in some of these areas. How are they looking up over here? They've got at least a few, but they're fairly well surrounded, so this is going to be pretty unpleasant. But maybe I can use them to push over toward more of Maryland, get back up to Philadelphia and New York City and join them back up, because that would be a pretty big help. But yeah, they're getting squeezed on two fronts. The feds are in a lot of trouble. Lots of trouble indeed. We'll see. We'll see what happens with this. Maybe we can make a difference. There's the 3 divisions. Hi, guys. All right, all of you are going to get right along here on this bridge. And then your goal is to push to Philadelphia if you can. I don't know if it'll make a difference, but we'll see. Clashes in Windsor. Southern Ontario gets some damage. Okay, so this is probably from the syndicates. Yep. Some syndicalists are sabotaging me. Not happy with that. Not happy with that at all. Let's go back to this army, by the way. Are you guys mostly done training? We'll wait until this guy's done training, and then we're going to probably pull these guys back, because I don't want to waste a lot of equipment on organization on training right now. I just want these guys to get back up to their veteran status, or regular status, I mean, and get a slight combat boost. Very small. Nationwide strikes. See, this is what I was afraid of. Can I ignore this long enough to finish this? The answer is I can unpause. I just have to somehow hold out for another, like, 18 days or whatever it is. And this event will automatically choose itself at some point. All right, go ahead and stop training. Norway wants to join the Entente. Yes. That's very good for me. Okay. King Edward makes an address that gets me some war support. So, tanks and stuff, how you doing? Get over here and help. Apparently we're crossing the river rather than going across over here. They have very little supply. If we can take out Philadelphia, I think that's a major supply point. Yeah, it is. Take that out, and I think their support over New Jersey as well as Maryland falls apart. So let's see how quickly we can take this out. Some excavation tech is finally done. Man, we started that a long time ago. Only just now finished? Jeez. Do I care about the rest of this? No, no, no. I don't care about any of that. Don't care about that. Don't care about that. We're going to go ahead and get ahead of time on our research. It takes a long time, but I'm okay with it. Come on, don't take too much damage. They don't have a lot of entrenchment. They're sending more reinforcements, which bothers me. Dang it! Dang it! Dang it! It passed just in time! I lost a lot of political power out of that, too. Freaking crippling strikes. All right, this is actually going to mess me up for a while in my ability to actually help the Americans, so... yeah, the volunteers are the best I can do for a little bit. We're fine on manpower at the moment, so I'm not going to worry about this. Let's go ahead and start working on more economic boosts. While we wait, and if we've got the equipment, I say we go ahead and start training up more troops. I don't have the equipment, but hopefully we can get the equipment at some point. So we're going to cross this river for some reason. My volunteers will definitely make some difference. Now we hit them from this direction. They've got a lot of okay. The French and the Russians have sent a whole bunch of reinforcements over here in Philadelphia. Oh, that's an issue. Hold up. We can get up here and cut them off. Say goodbye to your reinforcement. Oh, wait. The reinforcements ran away. Perfect. Hit them. Hit them. Take Philadelphia, snag this. Okay, the Americans are going to start making some pushes. This is where we're going to help them, at least until I am able to send in the flood of Canadians. And the American feds are going to lose a lot of troops over here. You can already see this happening. This is actually falling apart way faster than when I played this in my past campaign. The American feds actually held out way better than that. Now they're in a lot of trouble. Let's invite Norway into the IEDC. That should help a little bit. I'm going to send a single tank over here and see if we can circle around these guys while we hold them back. I think we can. Norway does join. Perfect. I can't invest in myself again, so we're going to invest instead in, let's say, New England. Make them a little bit stronger. There we go. Snagged all that. These guys should be effectively surrounded. So now we can hit them from lots of directions. Although I think I can hit them better if I hit them from across the bridge, so we'll do that instead. There we go. So now we're focusing fire, and with some American help, I think we'll be able to overcome their defense value and cause some casualties. Okay, the Americans are really starting to head in now. Here we go. Really wish I could have my own Entente help with this, but for now we can't. The Americans are making some good pushes. They're actually pushing up into Philadelphia now. Or Pennsylvania, sorry. That's great. That's really good. Let's grab all of this. Clear that out. So I'm going to send one tank, this one, up here and cut these guys off around Newark, so we can kill them off quickly. Hopefully we move fast enough. We did, barely. Perfect. Okay, so these guys are going to be cut off and hopefully die. Tanks should be able to hold the ground. We have you guys head up over here and we'll assist. There we go. Trade agreement with Norway. I see no reason not to do that. That just makes everything better for me, right? There we go. Okay, sympathy strikes across Canada. Syndicalism power goes up. Yeah, these are even more reasons why you really want to take out the CSA quickly. Hey, they got a good opportunity to hit Cleveland pretty hard. But what I'm going to do is send these guys up here, and we're going to hit this area. And we're going to see if we can cut off all these troops. The Feds are actually making some ground, but they're also losing it to the AUS. So let's not forget that these guys are also a threat. And I've got to get involved in all of it. All of it, I tell you. Reinforcing all these places doesn't entice me that much. I'm going to start building up some arms factories where I can. Still not looking great on civilian factories, but that's because we've been, you know, getting a bunch of crown corporations and whatnot. My troops should be... They're not moving where I want them to. That's weird. Send them down this way, please. Get up over here to this railway. Let's see if we can cut these guys off. We'll see if it makes any difference. Actually, the AUS are getting a little dangerously close. The Feds have left nothing on their southern border, really. Yeah, no wonder it's getting dangerously close. I'm not a fan of what I'm seeing here, Feds. You're supposed to be better than this. Let's get diametric radar. No, let's get some breakthrough and some defense instead. If we're gonna go ahead on time on something, I might as well get something I actually care about. So, sympathy strikes. Those are gonna end as of the end of the month, okay. King Edward takes time off, how dare you. I really need to hold off on picking up another national focus until this is done in a couple of weeks. I won't be able to stash up too much, but I can save myself like 10 days when we do eventually try to pick this back up. There's a good chance this fires a second time, like right away. And that would be unfortunate if it does. Let's send some more infantry over here. And you guys are going to create a new army. Make you red. Get you a general. Let's see what happens. Where are my troops? There they are. All right, I want you guys to push up this way. Whatever it takes. You guys... How are their supplies looking? Where's their nearest supply point? Far away. These guys should not be getting much in the way of supply. Their organization should be really low. But the fact that we can't pick this up right here is a big part of what's hurting. Well, all the more reason to get up over here and really, truly cut these guys off. Let's see what happens. So forget this. We don't care about that right now. All that matters is getting up over here and seeing if we can do anything to help with this. Wish I could send some more volunteers. Okay, crippling strikes end in a few days. I really need to beat that. There's logistics companies. If I had more support equipment, that would be really helpful. Let's go ahead and start picking up some extra soft attack. Making some good progress over here. Come on, just gotta push a little more, just a little bit more. Don't pin me down. Back off, back off. Oh, you got big tanks. But not a lot of them. Crippling strikes over as of now. Which means we get back over here and try to pick this up. And we pray that this doesn't keep wasting all of my time. Because let's be honest, it totally can. It's really frustrating, but what can you do? I think I'm gonna go ahead and grab the artillery. I was thinking about getting motorized, but at this point I just need some raw stats to help with this a little bit faster, and I really need to successfully make this push. We also, oh, no, I got a couple more minutes. I was gonna end this video, but we got a little more time. Get up over here fast. You hold this ground. Get up there. Ah, darn it. Hold up. Why is my supply so bad? because we really need to grab Pittsburgh. That's why. Alright, well, if we can pull back, let's see if we can hit them. If we can get Pittsburgh, it'd be huge. I don't think we can. Nope, hold up, hold up. Pull back, pull back, pull back. We're gonna take a lot of losses here. There's a bad spot to fight now. I need to get some organization back up. I can't hit them there. Oh gosh, the CSA is really coming in force here, and the AUS is still strong in the south. And the Feds have lost almost all the remaining grounds. Yeah, this is going way faster than the last time I did this. I am now a bit more concerned. Just a bit. But if we can get involved in this, we can turn the tide. And if we can knock the CSA out, I can handle the AUS. It'll be fine. Doctrine's available for my planes. So let's go ahead and start working on strategic destruction. Still think that's usually pretty good. Yeah, we can't push this, I don't think. They're too entrenched. Nope, 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 nope. All right. If that's the case, we have to pull back a little bit. Where else could I hit them instead? I could hit them across here. It's a smaller encirclement, but it's still an encirclement. So let's pull them back over here. And have them go and get ready to attack in this direction. We'll just try to snag off whatever we can. The Hobbit has been written. Yay! All right, so we're gonna try to push along this way, basically. And see if this works. And if it does, that's a handful more casualties we can inflict. Then we probably need to go to the south and hold these guys off. That's a lot of American troops who are about to die. Bad, bad, bad. Very bad. Okay. Well, I'm going to end this video here, I think. So thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If so, I would ask you to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.